Hello, hello, hello. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to another ES Futures trading stream. Today is Monday, February 9th. It is 9:22 a.m. Eastern Time in the US, just 10 minutes before the opening. And we have a market that is pausing, kind of like pause to open below uh, Friday's spike, late spike. We have a spike late in the afternoon. All right, that's a nice movement up there. We have this. Let me open this profile here. This, we have this spike here in M, and it is price is right at the low of this little range here, right? It's 30 minutes range in here, which is my one of my references in my 30 minutes chart here, right? My market profile chart here. And I have below I have what it is, where it is. I thought you have it here, or maybe I put it here. Yeah, I put it here. This is actually 69.28. Yeah, it is. This is also the I have this one. That's the distribution close from Friday, right? Very important references to me. I'm gonna let me maximize this chart. What I hear, because what I have here is this little tiny opening here, right? This day has a distribution actually. This upper side has a opening here, single prints, maybe two ticks, something like that. So basically, got two references here to monitor today as the market opens. One is the spike here. Oh boy. But the spike up here. And the other one is this tiny. Uh-oh. There is that. What's happening here? Okay. These tiny distributions here. And the other one is the spike here. And of course, there's a bunch of things here. You have a 50 moving averages, a little bit below, we have a 100. All of this movement started from very mechanical reference. And if I'm going to open, if I open the overnight profiles, right, I got right now this movement, this downside, basically coming from saddle. Okay. Okay. As you can see, seller was bought multiple times here and now it's being used to sell, right? Who knows if this may be tested again. Also have the 6900 a little bit lower here. So many things actually to check here today, and there can be some, I think there can be chop here, right? Look at these lows also, why it is. This is the distribution close, right? Just check where this one has come. It was taking once, so the next time it's sold, it's bought from that, and now we are buying just a little bit above that reference. If I use Europe or Asia and Europe, Okay, we can see here, we can see here that there's an upside in Asia, and Europe sold just from this one here. I think again, say those important references up there. We have 6900 and stuff like that. If I check my 60 minutes charts, I'm going to bring the 60 minutes here. Okay. What I have here in the 60 minutes is some single prints that are actually have been filled now. Like these ones here, single prints here. This movement that we have just months ago filled that one. A couple hours ago filled that one, and we have single prints down here that are not checked, and of course the ones we have up here. Right? I have it. I don't know if you can see that. I have these ones also. I guess you can see that, but let me show you again. Single prints here. Yeah, another single prints down here. This is 60 minutes chart. From I guess it's Thursday, something like that. You have the single prints here. The red ones, I mean the whole thing from here to here is single prints, right? But I am coloring red up here because it's also, this pocket here, and the same thing goes to the downside, right? All these from here to here are single prints, but this part, right, is part of a bigger pocket here. This one has been checked, this one has been checked, and now we have a big one here, and one here, and one here. The thing here is right? You have 1, 2, 3, and 4 now with this one here, right? And this one's notice what's happening, right? This is a little bit higher than this, a little bit higher. This is lower, lower, lower. Now we have another one, and the next one comes here. It's taking this high out. So we may have something like that. Who knows? Oh, market is open. Let me see. Market is open now. Let's check it out. Where are you? Are we going down or going? There's some selling. We had pretty much one day liquidating, the other one, liquidating a market getting too short, and the next day after that, a short covering and market getting too long. We have had that dynamics back and forth, right? I have this. Wow. Okay. I thought this was something, but what the heck is this? Oh yeah, these are some references that I got from these days that has been quite been taken back, right? With this is a virulent reaction, right? Okay, so you have gone too far, right? Let me bring you back here. Boom, 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 boom. The reference I have in ES is way up here, 6960, something like that. All right. Look at this reaction here. This is establishing a range right away. It's coming back almost 50% of the movement to the upside. Opening inside previous day range is an advertisement for chop. Be very careful. This one here, right? This one here, these lows now technically have been taken care of. This distribution also has been closed. By doing so, right, it's showing the market is showing weakness here. And now trading down here, potentially targeting the opposite side of this lower distribution. Now, if the market comes back in here, you may target this area here, 69, 64. but let's not get too much away from ahead of ourselves here. Let's have some patience and let's see what market has to offer, if there is anything here. The the 60 minutes is kind of like a signing some sort of buy in here. This may be a buy on, it is right at the center, right at the center of this potential um, destinations here. Look, at it right at the center, right? And the formation has a lot of greens here. Come back. Now this is the 30 highs, right? Don't forget about that. This is the 30 highs. It's very kind of like a too far um, um, away from the 30 high. You have a 10 here. Now we have negative slope, but it's kind of a little bit oversold. Right? We need to make come up here. Let's see if you establish itself up here above the upper side, or comes back and starts below. Also, this seems like I'm not going to say anything, okay, but it may have something like this, but it's too early in the session. Or uh, this is a four. This can be a four measure, but remember, this is a 60-minute chart. Right? This is a four measure here that can accumulate before it can go higher. It can attack this side here, or it can break and target this lower side. What is going to be? Have no freaking idea. This movement here, right? This movement here that happened at the opening was really fast to the downside. But they couldn't take the overnight yet. Oops. Now have the Belgiancy again. Yes. Printing a green bar here. The volume in Nasdaq is bigger, right? I think we have bigger volume in Nasdaq, do we? You know, relative to the overnight, of course. Last time we have this red bar, and then we have this one in the US. It's curious. This is really curious that how this one here has taken this low. Kind of like a testing these references here. I'll talk about this one. Talk about this one. Nasdaq again. Nasdaq has taken the overnight low. That didn't happen in the ES. Um, we were having like a game between big and little brother last week here. You know, with the ES doing one thing and the Nasdaq just doing the exact opposite. And finally, ES like a kind of like a getting back down, right? Just to please his little brother, Nasdaq. And I just, but in a way that kind of like a saying, you know what? Shut up, huh? Okay, this one remains here. the thing about these references here, like the one that I have put, is because this is coming from hardback, right? All of this movement is very mechanical, but the fact that it has come down here, it comes like down here. Right? It doesn't have to come down here or down here. It is pretty much the whole thing now has been shaking off, right? All these guys and this potential for something to the downside that can happen, could have happened due to the stops of this range here, you know, look at what happened the upper side, right? Look at a bigger one here, big upside extension here. The same thing can happen here, right? The same. I just going to draw this the upper side. I'm going to draw kind of like the same size rectangle here, which brings us to the 6900 basically. Now, if that can happen, right? That if that can happen, you know, then this market can actually try to get back to this high here. Again, trading is just absorbing information that the market is giving us all the time, right? And doing the updates, right? Updating our systems as the information comes in. Look at this high here, where it has come. You know, what I'm talking about here, Nasdaq and ES, this one here coming, this rally, you know, coming exactly to sell. This is not a good high. There are good also. This is going to be revisited. Now the thing is, what's going to happen after that, right? What can happen after that? Inventory is slightly long. Some rebalancing happened here with this part here, but it's mostly long here, right? This could be, right? This one could be a counteraction to this overnight long inventory. Well, it has happened, right? Now we might try to test the upside. But the fact that there was a counteraction here could mean that this could be two-way. This can be a two-way, two-sided trading day today. Now, this opportunity here, I consider this one, checking this one in both markets is done now for me. If I haven't taken a long here, maybe during the overnight, I'm not going to chase now, right? So that was one. All right, all right, all right. Oh, 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 oh. Check it out. Check it out. Look at this. Look at this. This is becoming interesting here because we have some volume coming up here, right? This one here. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. What is interesting from this level is we have volume here. It's not the volume. I want to. It is coming right away. This one was right. Now the interesting thing is we have this one from on Friday down here, up here, and now this is as you can see this is coming is going higher, right? It's higher and higher. Yeah. I think I have a positive bias here, but look at this, man. This look at. I'm sorry. I guess you couldn't see that. But let me make this smaller here. This kind of like a turning positive high. You see, this come on Friday here, right? Right now, all the loans that came here and here have been checked. Even these ones here were revisited here and even here, right? Established themselves. Now there's some shaking over the weak loans from this area here down here, but now they are establishing themselves higher, right? Kind of like doing this, right? Huh? Are they going to check this one? That's the thing. I will pay attention to the 50, I mean 25, 120 now. Yeah, I'm talking about NASDAQ now. This is kind of like interesting here, huh? Now we are at the base of the spike. Now still this is Nasdaq. Only still Nasdaq remains the weaker one here. The nagging brother. This low here. Talking about Nasdaq. This is right the overnight low. Now we have 1, 2, 3, 4 lows basically here. Right as we stand, as we as the market is making a low here. This one has been corrected. Uh, you know, I'm going to remove. I'm going to close that, and now it seems. Now let's see if this late movement actually has something on it, right? That's the main thing. Does it have something on it? We still have 15 minutes to go. If this market can actually extend out of this range, that will be showing some strength here. This is a nice setup really to the upside in the 60, 120 and 240 charts. Ooh, look at this. This trade is low, this kind of bars, right? For them, uh, this shows longs, right? This shows longs trying to move the market higher, but having no too much of rewards for their efforts, right? So this is a short, right? For technical trades, will be short in this one here. Let's check the other markets. What the Russian Dow is it's a break already has a breakout. What about Russian? Also has a breakout of previous day range. Coming back inside may target the opposite side actually. Got to be very careful with that. What the heck? Oh, okay. This is market profile. This is regular trading hours, right? I still see inside. Also is still inside. Look at this. Gosh, man, look at this highs here. Now sometimes we are too anxious, right? This market is going to, go to the moon when it goes through this, but it hasn't. It hasn't went through yet, right? I'm not going to be long. Right? Just today is going to be the day. I got to be very careful. I got this mark here, right? Did you see what happened now? There was some kind of like a attack, right? Like heavy push to the downside. And they just couldn't move much. As a matter of fact, the market is taking the previous high or about to take the previous high out. Buying from the high of the 30. Next time I come back inside, you just have to have patience here. What's happening with crude oil? Uh-oh. Crude fire. Look at that, man. Fuck. What is this? Look at that, man. Look at that. Gold has taken back the 5,000 here. I guess here, this little one is going to be relevant here. What the market does with that high. Because that will be like, look at this. You have this. Well, or if this high is taken, you can have something to the upside. Another doji. There, boy. Yes, that's a straight see that, and this is actually there's nothing here. There's nothing here. How this high here? We have higher high, lower low. Still inside this uh, bigger bar here. Now they are coming. We are coming back inside the channel, right? Remember we say that. Yeah. Now are we going to have something like this? Is the next one coming up here? Who knows? Now, if this market cannot have downside extension, it actually may look to the upside. Ooh. Look at this. Look at this up here. Kind of like a dries, bottom dries. That it couldn't find buyers here. This is that it couldn't find buyers here. There's some sign of weakness here, right? Opening below the spike. Opening below the spike. Closing the distributions. Not taking previous day high. Now, the way how the overnight open or how the weekend open is the market open high, failed to have upside extension, and then it started to sell from that, right? Yeah, I hope you have seen the opening, this opening here, right? Market close here, open up here, took previously high, but it didn't have acceptance up there. And after that, we have sell, right? Let's see if the same thing happens, right? Opening here, whatever it is, no take settle, it fails to take this high. Now, are we going to have selling now? And notice how Nasdaq is full white here. All this has no volume, right? Other than this one here, right? Which are actually really catching my attention. Look at this. It has nothing, man. It's white, nothing. Now let's see if this one falls, right? I'm checking Nasdaq here. This one here. Look at the next thing. This one the lower side, and this one. If this market establishes itself above or below this high volume node. Let's check volume. Oh, very low volume. Gosh. Nasdaq also low volume. Overall also volume is low. Take a little break here. I'll just keep watching. If anything happens, I'm just going to jump back in here. Two-way trading here, right? Two-way trading here. This range was expanding here. Now, is this going to do this? All come from this because of this bar. You know what is happening now? What is happening now? Was an observation that came from this one. Remember, we say that traders see this kind of formation as a weakness. Oh, they're going to say the loans are not strong enough. We are going down here. This is just short-term trading here right now. Same here. This may be the high of the current, maybe a little bit more higher, and then come down back again, and then up or whatever. Now I am seeing some volume here. I notice there is absolutely nothing here. Whites, and then some volume coming here, some volume coming here. And as we go higher, there's something coming here actually, right? Now the the volume profile has nothing all the way up to the 25,500 here, right? Maybe 25,300 here, but this is absolutely wise. I remember this one is actually a merge of basically the past 10 days here. 69, 67 is the next node volume in the ES. Now we have this higher volume here, right? Maybe we may have another one up here, like a kind of like a two-way two distributions, right? This is kind of like empty here. We got another volume here. It failed to get this one. Came back in here. Now maybe, but there's nothing up here. That's what I'm trying to say. From yesterday, I mean from Friday, right? There's nothing up there actually. What do we have behind that? Behind that we have yeah, the 70 here actually, which is higher than yesterday. What is the 70? Where is 70? I'm going to check. 70 is right above Friday's high. This is the thing about price, right? It can drag you, right? It can drag you in, right? And suck you in and make you lose perspective. Now, the thing, if the market is going to do something to the upside, what I think, what I believe this market should do is form a second distribution here, right? We have just two periods in. Notice where the low is, low B is right center, right center of the previous period. We may have a range here actually. A two-way side trade here. There's a lot of stops here, up here, in this area here, right? A lot of stops here, and the same thing here as well. And if the market cannot take those ones, right? It is saying something here. The market has to take Friday's high and establish itself above that high. You know. Now look at Nasdaq. Look at the lower left. profiles or histograms, right? Now it's having volume, but it is having kind of like the same sort of formation that the ES have up here. Right? The same thing that happened to ES may happen to Nasdaq as well. All right, all right, all right. Man, this one of the things about this kind of markets, the advance that it's having is really fucking slow, right? This market is basically right in the 10 here. I don't know, can I see the 10? Um, you will check the kernel channels also. Is kind of like has, it went from one side and had a right range extension, right to the opposite side of the channel as well. This one is not a reference. Or is it? No, we are right now. I'm going to bring here the 60 minutes chart. Right now, we were talking how this market is in between these two um, range potential destinations. We have single pins here, right, and this pocket here, and a single pins here, and the pocket is below, right, even it's down here. It did close the little. It did close a little distribution here, right? Which sign of weakness actually, right? Now, a good area here. Probably this market is watching the 7,000. Yeah, 710 here, which is, I think that will be this market dealing with these single prints here. Right? Single prints up here. But in the process, look at what it's doing here. Right? We have single prints here, single prints here as well. So this can come back here. I haven't checked the volume, but I think volume must be very low here. Now, if there is anything to the upside here, what may happen? Now then, something. Oh, come on. Something here. Now this high here actually. I have this one as a potential support here to where the market can may come back and then bounce. It actually took a little bit further down, right? Further lower. But now, and then again, this is the 60. Now I have this as my. It may come back down to that level, 68, 69, 80. And let's see what it does, right? It may come back down here and then continue higher. I won't like, I won't want, you won't have any long here. I won't want to come back inside below this level here. Most of the trade has been deal. We were talking about this as well. So where this market established itself, right? It did establish above. There is a buying here. Not even getting down here, right? This is a high. high. This is lower high now. Next thing, let's see if this can make a lower low now. That would be maybe something to check. Now, currently, this is a 5 moving average here. This is the 5, right? There's some overbuying here outside the candle channel here. It brought the market back inside, and now it's trying. It seems like this is flattening now. Oh, and we may have a little range here, sideways trading here. Now, volume. Look at this volume. Look at what we have Friday, right? Friday. A little low volume. What we have now? 1, 2, 3, 4 pillars. 1, 2, 3, 4 is really low here. This is super question over here. Now, it's very, it is very questionable, but this also is business being conducted as usual. Right? This is markets climbing the world worries, right? And then after 2-3 days, taking the elevator down. No, I don't say that's going to happen, but something that I'm very aware of also is, this high here, man, this is super, questionable. Now this is 5 wide high here. Now we have this level here that was used, that came up here. Now we have short covering here. Now this one, to me, also is short covering. But one key difference here. While here, and this is what I noticed on Friday, right? While we have some upside, right? Kind of like about same size range as Friday. But notice what happened here. That we did not have on Friday. That was the difference. This day, that's the difference between this day and this day here. We have 4 highs here, another plus this one makes 5, and we have this high over here, and this one having an overnight profile here that is 10 wide, all right, 10 wide, really, okay, and okay, as I say, this doesn't have the formation, the P formation, but rather it has extension, range extension, and guess what? Where is being bought? Right here, right? Like this day, when it failed to take this high and to make a new all-time highs. I'm not saying that's going to happen, but okay, when we call the other chart, the same chart, but this is again, this is the same thing, same ES, right? But it's the same but different. Why I want to check something here. Why I say this is short covering as well? Because of this overnight. Now we have this Friday overnight, right? This is heavy selling here. The overnight tried to sell, and these shorts now are trapped, right? This is a split. Now this overnight is a split between Asia and Europe here. you barely take this POC from Europe, right? And we have this day. We doesn't have this P formation, very obvious P formation like this one, for example, right? We don't have that. We actually have some upside extension, even though, you know, you can see here, this is a wider range. Compare that one to the one here. And I think, and this is my belief, right? This is completely weak, right? But it seems like all these guys here, and now are now trapped in this market. They are still, I think, and the thing is, when they see this kind of days here, and then we have something like this. Oh, this market is coming back. This coming, it's coming. They start to pray, right? We, man, I just want the market to come down here. No, it's going to be my entry, or we're going to take little losses, and we start to pray that this market keep going lower. But praying is not a good strategy. And I haven't seen yet. I haven't seen that um, capitulation, right? Finally getting to cover, because that happens really fast. Right? When you see some upside movement really fast, right? Like, ta, 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 and that's shorts. That's the last shorts, right? The last of the shorts. Finally, you know, understanding that this market is not going to go back, and accepting the losses. I think that is what's going on here. This is short coding. Bitcoin, something I noticed in Bitcoin is this, I have this this flat top. I think this flat top is something that this market will may deal with this week, right? And that's 79, almost 80,000. It's not crazy, the market coming back up here, maybe taking this high and then selling from this one. We have 7,000 here. I still haven't seen, as I said, also laggards are not here yet in this market, right? Once this market start to sell or buy from half backwards, that would be right. Finally traders, right? Forward. Understanding that this market is going higher, and I am going to go higher as well. I am going to be the lower side. This a little one here from 127. Let's check what this is about, okay? Because that can be something something to look in the upper side, and that one's coming. I think this can be relevant. Maybe this can be the high of this day up here, but notice how many times has been sold from, right? That one comes from this day here. Liquidation, boom, sold from that. Inside bar, breakout, fail. Took this one a little bit. I wonder now. I wonder if this is going to sell below this one towards the big one that we have that there. This level here even though has been comes it comes from this day, right? From this close here. It's a base for this high rejection here. Has been traded 1, 2, 3, 4 times, right? 4 days. It is for to me. It's kind of very obvious that the market is selling from this area here. Right? Won't be crazy to think that this can be a level that this market can buy now. And then it just happens. Right? That's how traders see these uh, levels. My bad, I should. This is the level. Now, one of the things, right? Overnights. What about overnights? Right? This is also very typical, right? Now, I hope you remember how if you can replay the day, just notice, check this opening here. It all check the opening and how it traced towards this side. It tries. I mean, the downside was kind of like virulent, but it just stops. It stops in its tracks, like boom, like a like a rock. It just falls here, boom, but it stops there. It did not take the overnight low. Uh, Very typical short term, you know, trading going that went on here. Uh, Contra and this and something very classic also is what catches the attention of traders, right? When there are these big fast breaks, uh, a lot of short-term traders, a lot of retail, just piles on those kind of those breaks, right? And days like this don't actually catch the attention too much, right? We do the same kind of day. We are having breakout after breakout here. Uh, I got one distribution here. This is the base of the first one, base of the lower one. We have another one here, so we have 1, 2, 3. No, very emotional, very emotional here. Uh, uh, it's very hard to trade too. Even we don't have an idea of what's going on, it's going to be really hard. This can be used to trade this kind of days, for example. This 5 minutes, this is candle channel, and this is a 5 moving average here. You know, you know. After the first 30 minutes, it's kind of like the market just established itself, and you can use this to buy, right? If there is kind of like right now it's kind of like late and risky now, right? But if this market would have come down here, this is a really nice buy as well. But it seems like notice what's happening here. It is outside, outside, you know. But this traders are getting very excited, you know. The ones that are looking to the other side, looking to the 7,000. value there, but and this market is being taken outside this channel. Now, even though this is compacting here, it may come back here at one moment. It may try, it may test this. The first time is a bar, but I want to be that short now. I want That's something I want to do now. We have a trending day. Um, I'll keep watching. If you have any question, please just let me know. Any comment, please just let me know. Let's take a look at the daily charts as well. And this can be a good level to watch here. This one here. What is this? Is 7,000. 7,000 as well, right? And notice how many times this one has been is being used, right? The market takes that one, sells, gets over there, sells, gets right there, sells, tries again, sells, tries another time, big break, it didn't reach it, tries again, big break, right? Let's do it again, bigger break here, right? This is clearly something. There is clearly something here. All right, there's clearly something. Now we have a lower high here. We have a lower low here. Wow, this is here. This is lower lows, lower lows, lower lows here. I want to see, right? And this is clearly a reference. I want to see if there is something here. Well, this is well, this is 7. I guess this is 740, isn't it? 7,010, kind of like that, right? But I'm checking the high of the opening bar here. The same thing that happened here. Notice what happened down here. And breaks from here. Now we may have now some tails here. In the upcoming days, right? The same fashion that we have here. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then boom, finally, right? May got something here, or maybe above this, right? You have 1, 2. This may come back. The day is not over yet. We still have 5 more hours, right? It can do it up here, or it can do it here, from here, and come down lower today and close as a negative day. The tone is to the upside. It is a this is a short covering day. I think this is a continuation of Friday. This very weak though, but who cares, right? This is an area, potential area to take profits. All right. From this is the 240, yeah, the 240 minutes. Huh? Um, the single prints basically, I consider. I think this is kind of like a deal with. This is the kind of like a two uh, part goal for the day, right? Uh, More upside, there's potential to the upside, right? There's potential to the upside, but this is an area I would consider this is an area where profits can start be taken for loans, right? I still have this one as my reference now in the other side. Huge amount of single prints here, as you can see. No, it would be it would be this part, right? Oh no, massive. Basically, from here. This is big one here, and the ultimate is, as I say, 7,010 here. But there is something here, right? As I say, this market poking to this area here, being rejected each time it did it, right? Just look at that. No, they can be right here, right where it is right now. Okay, there's risk here. Well, I think the fate of this market, and as you can see, also there's just take these ones here, huh? Very close. I mean, I don't expect waiting to take profits when the market gets up here is so just I was saying welcome, but as the other what I'm watching here is this, huh? As long as this is a lower high, this can be a market to the downside. Changing that would be taking this high out. Okay? Taking that high out, that will be sign of change. That maybe, if that is what happens, that maybe now we can have some upside. We have a non-farm payrolls. I believe we have non-farm payrolls on on Wednesday, do we? Let me check. Let me check that again. Uh, And yeah, this is delayed, right? This is didn't happen. I think we didn't have that on Friday. We're having because I had that for Friday. CPI is also delayed. Well, I'm very weird actually because it's on Wednesday. Um, I hope you had that in your calendars. I got that. I have checked that at the beginning of the week, right? All over the weekend as whether we have CPI on Friday. Now let's check. 2 hours, right? Let's zoom in this market here. This is 2 hours. The single prints come from here. I didn't close the single prints in the 2 hour. We have it down here. closing the fingerprints. We have more down here, all of this from here. And I had this label as a reference. And the lower side never get down to there. But my pivot was a 6930. Here's kind of range between the 6930 and the 6870. It never get closer, not even to the center of this one. Mm, single piece on the lower side, like a kind of like a pocket area here. The same thing that we have up here, we have down here, and now you will notice something as I keep zooming in. Let's go to the 60 minutes, which is a chart of us. I should pay close attention, or closer attention. Right? This is the 60 minutes here. And what this very uh I have these pockets here, right? This one, this one, this one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here, right? And there's there's a bunch here. So many times has been tested here. Let's check this out as well. Again. And now we are going to do it again, right? It may, we know now. We know the drill, right? Let's do it. Okay, let's sell it from here because we know what's going to happen. We may have something here. We may have something here, and this can be the trap. Instead, that can do that. It can happen here. Remember, we have Wednesday, no one perils, or it can happen now. There's a really a lot. There's a lot of inventory here in above this area here, right in the. Now the market went from oversold here. Now we are overbought. And the 10 minutes is we see that all the time with market profiles. But I mean, it looks more juicy here, right? The 30 minutes have these pockets here, right? These pockets here. This one, this one, this one, this one. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, right? And when it is not just a single one, like for example this one, right? It's not a single one. We had this one here as well. We got 1, 2 here. Right? Michael just went through that on Friday. Just took care of this was on Friday. Now, so retest, and now seems like it's checking this one, or it might check. I'm not saying that's going to happen, right? And it doesn't have to happen in one session. That is the thing. It doesn't have to happen in one session. These shorts, I think there's a good amount of shorts trapped in this market. Right? There's good potential here. The market dealing with this. Let's zoom in a little bit more here and go to the 15-minute charts. Right? I have all these charts and available to see right on my screen. Right? I can keep. This is what I am. This is what's this is look at this thing what happened here, right? And what we have here, really white here, right? And now it's coming back here again. It's coming back here. The first part, remember it was white here. I have some single pins. I still in the bigger time frame. That part has been dealt with now. We have some tails forming here. Tails here. So we may want to test this now. But I want to step ahead of anything here. This is a really um, um, absolutely hard market to trade and very risky, in my opinion, as well. And I have a position since last night. Um, it hasn't been bad. It's not as I expected, but not bad. Let's put this chart back where it was. This is my 240 actually. Alright, alright. This is my 240 chart. Let's put it up there. On the side I have the 120. Beside that the 60, and so on, so on. This can be a really interesting chart here. Look at what's happening here, right? Like we talk about this, kind of like overextended, right? Each time this market goes above the edge of this channel, it may come back down here. Let's do something here. Let's duplicate this chart and duplicate this chart. I'm going to put this on the side. I have this on the side. I don't kind of like too much here. Um, I'm going to make this. I'm going to make this a Nasdaq. So I can have also, so I can have a Kenneth chance on Nasdaq too. Okay. Uh-oh. This is linking. It shouldn't link. I think should be Nasdaq is 2. Let's check what is my linking here. Yeah, it's 2. Nasdaq is 2. Now let me repair that one. The ES there. 3 ES. Uh-oh. ES. Oh my god, I have to unlink this one. Okay. This has to be unlinked here because this is second instance. All right, the second instance. In Q, I have this. This is a second instance where I have my multiple time frames. It has the traders very excited. This they might there's a risk here, that if there's some sort of correction, it may come down to this center here. Okay. No, I make a mistake here. This is I'm not going to do this. I'm going to remove this because I have another way to do it. Because they are linked, I can do this and all. I have this. All my charts, all my time frames are can just switch to Nasdaq with a single click. With a single click. Okay, now this market may be too long here, may need some break. Let's see if they can close this distribution here, or maybe even get into this one, and maybe get it all getting down here as well. What the heck happened there? What was there? Come on, man. Let's close chat book. No saving anything. Open chat book again. What was that? Gosh. Oh, that was. Yeah, I didn't mean to close that because that actually is a little important. Reference down there. I need to remove you. Nasdaq has deal with this as well. Deal with this two here. The same way as the ES has this 6965, to me an important one for Nasdaq is the 4-week range low. That 4-week range low for the ES is, I have removed actually. I may need to put it back. That is way below 6897. That's 6900. That is 6900. Where is 6900? Where are you? What is this one here? Basically, this is 4-week. Is it? Range low. That's even lower than that. Now, check these charts, right? They have to be very careful here going long, right? This is very risky now, very risky. Notice this, and why I say that, because traders just do what they do, right? Look at this trend here. Look at what this high is. Look at this current high right there, right? There may be some selling coming here. It may come. The daily has a little bit more, right? But remember, let's not wait until, let's not try to be exact here. Actually, kind of like look a little bit higher, right? Just like here. Look a little bit higher, and big sell are coming after that. That's happening. That's something that can happen here. Right? That's something that can happen here. If it doesn't happen, that also is a good if that doesn't happen, also is important. What doesn't happen is also sometimes not even more important than what it happens. I wouldn't short this market, but also I wouldn't be long here now. All right. Anything? You have anything? Please just let me know. Okay. I'm going to be here just watching. Um, I, I will need to have something to do here. I will call it a day. I wish you guys a wonderful rest of the day. It's kind of like a risky here. This market may attempt to close at least a couple distributions here. Right? I will pay special attention to maybe this high here. There may be something to the downside here now. Potentially targeting this maybe 69.86, something like that, right? If anything to the downside, this would be a really nice area to lock profits. But I haven't seen that yet here. All right, have a wonderful rest of the day. Stay safe. Bye bye.